Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, despite this guy having a technical release date of April 14th, that is not the day he was available to us. The 24th is when we're able to actually get this Krillin. He was intended to be used a little bit in the recent batch of Dokkan Frontier stages, right? So we do actually have the Krillin awakened here. I don't think he's going to be super good. I think if Namek was like an actual setup, right, and we could take advantage of the way this guy's abilities were set up, I mean, do I think he could be good? Like, yeah, he could probably be okay. I mean, he'd be a support type character. He would work most effectively next to other Goku characters, right? If we take a look at this. So he gives all allies 30% attack and defense. That's good. Then another 2 key 20% attack and defense for characters on Namek Saga. And then he also gives 2 key 40% attack and defense to himself. And then any Goku characters. So it's like, if he is able to be run with like several Namek Gokus. Let's do theoretical, right? Man, I don't know. I do wish, it is a shame that like Dokkan doesn't, like, Legends could just be like, all right, here's an equip for a character. And it's like, in Legends, like, the equips could actually give you, like, it would be like, to make a Dokkan equivalent, it would be like, int LR Namek Goku gets an equip that gives him 70% dodge at the start of turn or something, right? Like, bam! Like, a whole brand new ability. But in Dokkan, it's really just, like, stats that the equips give, or like a little bit more percent chance in the hidden potential system, but not like what Legends does with the equips, right? Because it's like, I could definitely see STR Namek Goku get like a super easy A, like a super early super easy A. I could see them doing it for a major celebration. They love doing stuff like that. I do think, you know, we would get our, whatever the new, you know, like Carnival LR or Dokkan Fest LR Namek Goku, which I feel like probably is, you know, in the pipeline to come. And it's like, maybe this Krillin, you know, could kind of be very solid, right? Now, in terms of build here, I didn't even really go with really any God equips. Most characters these days that drop, we will be able to give them some God equips, but poor Krillin here, I don't know. I mean, maybe we could always upgrade him a little bit when the content, you know, like Namek potentially could come. Before we jump into a regular fight, I do just want to go over how effective Krillin was in Dokkan Frontier. And he actually was quite good. And just quickly, it's because of this ability right here. This fight against Frieza, second form Frieza, Node 16. They give you a clue to use Krillin in there because there is a mission with Node 16. By the way, these are exclusive equips that Krillin does have from Dokkan Frontier, but unless you're like the freest free-to-play player of all time, they're worthless equips. They're not good equips for this Krillin. Yeah, let's look at this. Level 5 defense, 5 dodge, 5 additional, and a 3 and a 3. These are worthless. It's not 2023 anymore, right? So not really going to help you out too much. But the structure of that fight, Node 16 right here, which is this, a 3-phase fight against second form Frieza, and Krillin's ability right here works like a charm. This attack break ability he has. So if we take a look at this right here, right? So we run Krillin. I believe a lot of these nodes in this recent Dokkan Frontier only took one try. It was just the one Vegeta fight kept like, you know, Manga Frieza kept failing dodges and stuff like that. But I would say I actually had a lot of fun fighting second form Frieza. In particular, yeah, this is the one where we're using the AGL Piccolo and the Tech Piccolo. Like, it was actually very fun. That was good. Because the thing is, if they're going to make us use these old characters, make sure to give them a competitive buff. And that AGL Piccolo was getting, what, like 3,000% attack and defense or whatever it was. So here's Krillin. Now, remember, when he starts doing a couple of attacks, he'll begin getting attack breaks. So there was that turn right there. But then we move forward a little bit, and it's like Krillin is going to start hitting attack breaks for us, right? And then we get to this portion of the fight. Okay, so right here. So in this part, Frieza is doing these AoEs right here. And it's just one of these things where we just need to dodge. I think I did not see second form Frieza super attack me, so I have to assume that the last attack is Frieza's AoE super attack, because if we take a look at this right here, and the reason that I'd say that Krillin is structured completely for this fight, right, is because this Frieza here, this tech second form Frieza, wait, no, wait, that's a physical one? Wait, this is not, I think I'm actually not on the right fight, because there's a couple of fights against second form Frieza. There's node 16, and then there's also node 17. Okay, so the one we're looking at right here, this is node 17, because there was the one where I feel like we were stopping Frieza from dropping his AoE super attack. Yeah, hold on. It's the fight before this. Yeah, my fault. Here we go. This is what I wanted to show. So this is where this Krillin is very effective here in Dokkan Frontier, right? So as Krillin does attacks, he'll build up to that attack break right there. And this Frieza, here, while Rikuma Goldo and Ginyu are attacking, this Frieza, not this one, this Frieza right here, he does have these AoE supers, which obviously are a huge issue. AoE supers is just always something you're not really going to want to have to, like, dick around with. And this is the best value that Krillin is going to give us, is with these attack breaks right here. Attack stat, not really too crazy. He was supporting the Ginyu Force a little bit, which was good, right? There's the attack break. You see it? And we get the Hidden Potential System additional, which got him 2 attack breaks. Boom. 2 attacks, gone. Reduced to atoms. I have to assume that, like, back there is where the second form Frieza supers, because I don't think I ever saw him super, and Krillin doing those attack breaks, I think, was massive for that. So it's like, I think that this end batch of Dokkan Frontier, like when we were fighting second form Frieza, I thought was really fun, those second form Frieza fights. So hopefully, but I think the special characters we wanted to use, like the EGL Piccolo and stuff, were really designed perfectly for the fight. So hopefully Dokkan Frontier will continue to do that, because the problem with it, I think, is we're just using all these old-ass characters who are bad and are not fun. You know, they have bad animations. We're getting all these exciting new characters right now, and it's not characters we could use on Dokkan Frontier, right? So, all right, let's do a regular content run now with Krillin. I just wanted to kind of go over his value in Dokkan Frontier, which is good, right? He doesn't have a ton of teams, and this is why, again, we're waiting for a Namek setup for sure for this guy. We're going to have to run either AGL Kid Goku or Tao, who, I mean, can be effective, but neither are like, oh my god, god-level bosses or anything. Yeah, so whatever. Let's just jump in. Alright, guys, we're loading in to a fight. Wanted to at least do, like, a competitive fight. So we are here going up against the Metal Cooler Core. I think is actually a pretty fun fight. Okay, so Krillin, this kid is really just sitting at... Huh, so... Wait, wouldn't his... I'm just... Oh, okay. It's because the Metal Cooler Army is lowering our ki. They're lowering our ki. I was gonna say, doesn't Krillin give himself a ton of ki, including his support? Namek Saga characters get the ki support? Yeah, it's because the army does lower our ki here. Well, that fucking sucks. God damn it. I like the structure of this fight, but these bastards lowering ki are always very, very annoying. We're obviously gonna get completely destroyed. I could see why someone would say, like, oh, a good idea for this Krillin is to really mash a lot of additional on him, because he has no additionals built in. But then once you do 2 attacks, attack break. Once you do 3 attacks, attack break. Once you do 4 attacks, attack break, right? So it's like, if we do this, which I think is probably what I'm going to do here, I'm also going to leave UI Goku out. I'll probably just use UI Goku here to take advantage of the support that he gives. Let's hit this with Namek Goku, and then we can hit this with Krillin. We'll get the super attack. So remember, really our major priority focus on what's going on right here is going to be Krillin's support. He's giving a lot of support, and then especially the 2 key 40% attack and defense. So he is giving 70% attack and defense right now to physical UI Goku, who, of course, is either the best unit in the game or the second best unit in the game or, like, the third best unit in the game. Something like that, right, is what physical UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta are. And they're getting a huge amount of support from Krillin. So, like, that's where Krillin comes in handy. All right, remember, the army could do 3 supers, right? So they could do 1 more, I think. Yeah, there it is right there, okay. Triple slot 0 super. Well, I've got the perfect character for that. Sure, knock yourself out, Metal Cooler. Knock yourself out, you cunt! We were ready for it. Nice try. All right, so keep in mind that Namek Goku is getting 90% support from Krillin, because all allies 30% attack and defense, then another 20% for Namek characters, and then another 40% for Goku characters, right? So Namek Goku is getting 90% attack and defense from Krillin. That's where Dokkan, like, as Dokkan power creep has gone up, that's the type of shit that is really fun to me. These ridiculous support type characters, right? Like, I love it. I love it. All right, so here's Int Namek Goku with the 90% extra stats. I did actually recently just upgrade his equips a little bit in preparation for the next batch of Dokkan Frontier. Because what's funny is, you guys know, when I'm making character builds, what am I typically going for? You know. So, it's like, for a character like Namek Goku, I'm like, oh, okay, like, we're going to need him upcoming in Dokkan Frontier fights. So, you know, I could give him, like, some of these crit equips or additional equips. 8 million Krillin is at. Okay. Now, I believe, I could be wrong in this. Okay, so we don't get an additional, so he hasn't done the attack break yet. I could be wrong in this, but I believe this ability does not trigger unless a Goku is on rotation, right? It's like one of those same type of abilities we've seen. Remember, the blue Vegeta has got it. The blue Goku Blue Vegeta, you know, one of the 5 best characters in the game. The blue Vegeta side has that type of buff for Trunks. Remember, the Carnival Rose and Zamasu has that ability it's for other Goku Black characters, right? I don't mind this particular ability. I think that this is a fine, like, balancing tool. You know, for them, I guess, to kind of, like, steer our hand in the way they want us to team build. Now, on that last turn, so keep in mind, Krillin pretty much has to be running slot 2 or 3. They love doing this. This is when they decide to really hamstring some of these dodging characters. In order for Krillin to really be dodging, he's got to be in slot 2 or 3. And, I mean, I did take us into a locking fight, but, I mean, we're not going to go into just quest mode only for these showcases. You guys know how it is. So we're going to come back in slot 1 on turn 4. Hopefully he doesn't get locked. We'll see what happens. But on that, he dodged the Metal Cooler army. He had 90% dodge available to him. So, all right, let's come back. Well, we got cooked. We got cooked. All right, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's... okay. Maybe we'll go to a different fight, because... we'll see what we're doing. Alright, guys, so I went to kind of like a little bit of maybe a more reasonable fight here. That way we could kind of just see what Krillin can do, right? I mean, I guess the thing is I guess I'm happy about, is we have at least gotten value out of him, but it was in Dokkan Frontier, which I did show. Right, Krillin and his attack breaking and his dodging. I mean, these things can be valuable. I think, again, where he could actually be interesting, it'll be when Namek, right, is around. And, like, all characters are getting the huge buff from Krillin. I guess at the very least, a lot of these Goku characters are getting significant support from Krillin. But keep in mind, a lot of these big Goku characters that we're running on this team, like the Daima characters and stuff like that, they're not getting big leader skill buffs. AGL Kid Goku, not really that great of a leader. Because the extra 50% for stats for him is Youth or Dragon Ball Seeker. Oh, actually, wait, Daima Goku is getting that, though. Yeah, the Daima characters are definitely getting that. Okay. Well, alright. At least the Daima characters do get it. That's good. But most of, like, the big, like, I don't know, like, Super Saiyan 3 Gokus or those types of characters not really getting those buffs. Because he's more, like, when they dropped him, it was meant to be more of, like, an OG Dragon Ball thing, right? Alright, so here's Krillin. 8.8. Him doing damage, not really going to be the value we're going to get. It's going to be him dodging, supporting, and attack breaking. We did see it against Metal Cooler, by the way, But Krillin's super attack effect here, he gets 50% defense 1 turn, supreme damage, and then lowers attack. We did see Krillin lower attack against Metal Cooler. So let's just get a couple of turns here. And I guess we could probably finish up. I mean, we have gone over all his abilities already. I think maybe the other thing we'll do is we'll do like a Dokkan event run or something and just get Krillin linked up with the Krillin and Vegeta to where we could have 7 out of 7 links activated. Alright guys, so here we are on this turn. So again, we could have UI Goku. We'll kind of, you know, get the big, nice extra support right there. We can go ahead and have Namek Goku, remember, getting a little bit of juice from Krillin. And we'll be able to see Krillin actually hit one of his attack breaks here. I guess this is it. I mean, this is kind of it with Krillin, right? Like, it's like we need to run him in slot 2 or 3. He's giving the nice support, and then he's got the attack breaking. That's kind of like what his role is. So, I mean, I guess let's just make sure to get a rotation where Krillin, we have, you know, all 7 of his links up with that, his best linking partner, that Krillin and Vegeta, like, exchange character. And then we can finish up. One thing that's good about Dokkan Frontier is it has given us the free-to-play characters, but I would hope that, I mean, maybe we could get, like, one more than just, like, the 3. So we got, like, the Goku is going to be an LR. We got the TUR Krillin, the Armor Krillin, and then we have Dende. I would like to see them drop, like, one more. I don't know, like, another, like, Frieza or something wouldn't be terrible. Or maybe one of the Z fighters as, like, an angel. Because remember, filler during the anime is that King Kai has the Angel Ginyu Force fight the Z fighters on his planet, right? So I don't know, like, maybe there could be, like, a Dokkan Frontier, like, stage with that. And then we'd get, like, a free-to-play character of one of them. That, like, something like that could be cool. Alright, so here's Krillin. Remember, after we hit attack 2, attack 3, attack 4, from that point, Krillin will start getting attack breaks, right? Yep, we see it right there. Perfect, he gets an additional, so there's another attack break coming. This is attack 2, attack 3, there's 2. I guess we'll keep going, and maybe we'll have Krillin get that last attack break of his after he does 4 attacks, and then we'll get the 7 out of 7 after that. Alright guys, I think we'll make this the last, like turn of this run right here. Because this turn, we'll be able to get Krillin's 4th attack, and that will trigger his final attack break. I mean, the setup for the character is not bad, by the way. Like, run him in slot 3, he gives monster support, he's got dodge in slot 3, and then they give him this. It's not the most common for a turn, I guess, to look like what it is right here, where there's 50 attacks in slot 3. I would say many difficult fights, it's very common for there to be, you know, 1 attack in slot 3, right? Like, I would say that feels like, just judging by all of the challenge runs we've done, like, that's pretty common, where there's just 1 attack. I think this fight in particular, Blue Vegeta does attack a lot. It's kind of the design of the fight, right? I always really... It's so crazy. This is a 10th anniversary Red Zone stage. Now, to be fair, I was holding back damage the last couple of turns, like, to make sure we got to Krillin again. But, like, it is still pretty crazy. Like, look at the fucking characters we're using. And we did not kill Vegeta on turn 4 or something, right? Like, dude, these 10th anniversary Red Zones, like, they were no joke with the amount of HP they gave them, right? It's crazy. Alright, so I did go all out for Daima-Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Remember, we're getting the big support from Krillin. Krillin is giving massive support right there. No EX, unfortunately. I mean, it is what it is. 23%. Yep. You could never convince me. I know, like, bro, like, Proton said that the number is, like, it is, and once you crit, it is a 77% chance, but, like, I just don't, okay, we missed that one, too? Okay. Whatever. Yeah. EX supers. How fun. Alright, Krillin, what do we got, buddy? So we'll do that, and then we'll make sure to get all 7 links activated for Krillin as well. Okay, sure. Here's Vegeta again. do love using these 11th anniversary characters. I mean, I know people, like, what's funny is I don't really hear the frustrations about STR Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku anymore, though. It's like people got it out of their system, right? Every single day, the 11th anniversary, like, and it's like now people just kind of like, yeah, he is what he is, right? But I do still have myself having a lot of fun using them. 8.89 right there, okay. And remember, this will trigger his final attack break right here. 0 damage. Whoa, bud, let's get get those dodges in, please. So he has, what, 70% dodge? His first turn, he's got 90% dodge. After that, he's got 70% dodge. All right, gamers. Just wanted to get Krillin next to the Krillin and Vegeta. So we got to have all of our links up. I believe this Frieza fight I did pick for this does stun, though. So let's hope he doesn't do that. All right, so this link set here, Z Fighters, Courage, Solid Support, Brainiacs, Turtle School, High Compatibility, and Shattering the Limit. That is what we're talking about in terms of our links right there. And here are his vesting and partners. This Goku, this has got the Goku that's going to be an LR, so we'll keep an eye out for that, right? They do share several links, including some really powerful ones like Turtle School, and High Compatibility does have really good stat buffs as well. So we should see Krillin do much better numbers here, although we do need to get him in slot 2 or 3. Maybe, okay, I guess, all right, I'm going to make a little bit of a gamble here. I know this Frieza does stun when he supers, so I'm going to predict that he's going to super right away, stun Namek Goku, and then we'll be able to see max power STR Krillin right there. Let's see. He didn't stun. Okay, that's totally okay. Give me 1 second. Well, I guess we could see Namek Goku's KO screen here, though. It's still pretty sick, right? Woo! There he is. Alright, guys, here we go. We can go ahead and do this. So, we got a Namek Goku on rotation who we're buffing. We got Krillin next to all the good stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see how good Krillin is going to do. Krillin Chan! Let's go. Let's see what this boy is rocking. The 165k defense always looks good. I mean, he's a dodge character, right? So, all right. So we'll let Namek Goku sit in slot 1. He'll do his attacks. I just jumped in one of these fights where we have like an immortal enemy. Always the easiest to just kind of like set up these kind of specific situations we want to do, right? All right, Krillin. Here we go. Does that 14 million? Okay, so he went up a little bit right there. You know, with all these powerful links of his activated, we could see him with much higher stats. Perfect. Okay, there we go, guys. There is the STR Krillin. All right, guys. So there was the Dokkan Frontier Krillin. I do appreciate them dropping like useful characters here, and especially for something like Namek Saga, which just has, it just has such little amounts of characters for us to use here. At least something like this is good. That's one thing I'll look forward to with Dokkan Frontier, is plenty of new free-to-play characters when we do one of these sagas, right? So this is Blades of Restraint Krillin. In terms of his leader teams, we really only have two 20% leader skills. But really, like, none of these are, like, uber competitive. I mean, Gamma 2 is running a good team, but that's the only one. Yeah, Gamma 2 is, like, the only competitive leader I think Krillin's got. Well, I mean, obviously, Carnival Goku is very good. But only two 220 leaders right here, Tao and Kid Goku. His leader skill is Bond of Friendship, category key 3 and 50% of stats. Passive skill of Friend Who Believes in Goku. He gets 2 key, 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gives all allies 30% attack and defense, and an additional 2 key and 20% attack and defense for characters who are on planet Namek Saga category. So we're waiting for more of those characters, right? And then Krillin gets 2 key and 40% attack and defense, and then allies whose names include Goku also get the 2 key, 40% attack and defense. When attacking, Krillin gets 200% attack and defense and a 20% chance to dodge and 20% damage reduction. His first turn, he gets 20% dodge. And then as the second or third attacker in the turn, he gets 200% attack and defense and a 50% chance to dodge. So turn 1, he'll have 90% dodge. And then after that, in slot 2 or 3, he'll have 70% dodge. Well, after attacking, right? Then, after he does 2 attacks in battle, he gets 1 attack break. After 3 attacks in battle, he gets an attack break. And after 4 attacks in battle, he also gets an attack break, which can be useful, and that was very useful in Dokkan Frontier. His super attack is the Chain Destructo Disc Barrage. He gets 50% defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers enemy attack. His 12 kill multiplier is 140%, normal for free-to-play characters. His links are Z Fighters, Courage, Solid Support, Brainiacs, Turtle School, High Compatibility, and Shattering Limit. For the most part, I would say his link set is not good. Right? But, I mean, that's kind of, like, determined by, like, are there good, relevant characters that we can get those links with, right? In 2022, the Ginyu Force links were very good because we were, running all the Ginyu Force characters, right? Now, Krillin's link set is not really strong, right? Most of these characters aren't super relevant. But this guy is going to become an LR, and he could become a good LR. So, maybe Krillin could get some of these links active on the Namek Saga team. Although, keep in mind, as a dodging support type character, this guy's links are not like a big factor in him being good, right? Like, you want to know a character where links, is super important for them being like a nice, powerful character. The one I go with is like Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku. A lot of the times we're running them in slot 1, right? We get a character next to him that's rocking, shocking speed, prepare for battle, Saiyan roar. We're getting huge stats, key. This is a character that wants to be strong defensively, strong offensively. That's where links really matter. But, I mean, for a character like this who's probably going to be a floating support type character, I mean, he could have bad links, and it's not going to be like, oh, well, he's bad now, right? That's not going to happen. All right, last thing we want to do is take a look at the categories Krillin is on. So he, of course, is on the Bond of Friendship category. Another one of the many categories that could be a fun team, but we need a new leader, which this has not gotten. Since when? This has gotten a new lead. Ha 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 ha, yeah. Yeah, there you go. So here's, in total, all of the Bond of Friendship leads. I mean, this is a 2022 Dokkan Fest. This is a 2021 Dokkan Fest. And then this is just like a banner unit. So we're talking 2022. The last time this has had like a legit leader skill. And this is like an interesting category. This could be a good leader skill on one of these characters. Bond of Friendship for sure. Krillin is also on the Namek Saga team, right? So there he is right there at the top. Yeah, I mean, this is 2021, right? Like, when we look at this first page, and it's 2021, this is 2021, here's the 2022 characters, this is 2024, up to, yeah, between Ginyu to the Gohan, that's 2024, and then 2025 just had one Manga Frieza, right? So, we definitely need a lot more for Planet Namek Saga, and that really, the thing that's very sad, I think, is that, I mean, Dokkan Frontiers had some annoying missions where it's like, take 0 damage, and you have to hit, like, 10 consecutive dodges to do that or something. But, like, people are gonna hate Dokkan Frontier. It's because of the limited Namek Saga roster, but I feel like we're gonna get, like, the Buu Saga Dokkan Frontier, and people are still just gonna be stuck in their ways of hating it because they picked Namek before buffing the category, which is a huge mistake. But I think that people just will never be able to get that out of their heads, right? Like, it's like, I would almost say it's like similar with Chain Battle, where like a lot of people just didn't care to ever learn it, so they just go, oh yeah, it's bad, it's a whale mode, it's not free to play friendly, when like those things were like not even true, right? Like, it wasn't even true. So I do fear for Dokkan Frontier. Like, once we do a category with new characters, with a lot more team compositions we could do, and I think people will still just be stuck in hating it because of the Namek Dokkan Frontier, unfortunately. Then, Krillin is also on the Dragon Ball Seeker category team, which is a nice, strong roster, right? Krillin is also on the Turtle School category team, which, is another one that could get a new leader, right? Could always be fun, Turtle School. Krillin is also on the Battle of Wits category team right here. All right, very good. Then, Krillin is on the Earthling category team. Always nice to see more Earthlings added to it, right? This doesn't get new characters, too often, but I guess 2025 did have a lot of them. Then, Krillin is also on the Rapid Growth category team. Okay, perfect. Yep, there was that. Dude, I hate that fast scrolling. Sometimes, like, the scroll on this device, it just... I don't know what setting it is. I've searched extensively. I've looked online. I can't figure it out. Like, to stop it from doing that fast scroll, I can't figure it out. It stumped me. Yeah, but there's rapid growth. And then finally, Krillin, of course, is on the Earth-bred fighter category team. So, there we go. Let me know what you guys think about the GOAT Krillin and his free-to-play character. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.